What's your vision for the future of AI? Like, we always hear the talk of it. Is it always through the phone camera lens? How do we think about that?
I think what's so incredible about Snapchat is that it really redefined what the camera can be. And before Snapchat, the camera was really a tool to capture a moment, to save for later, or to, and whether that was an artistic thing through, artistic photography, or it was, for family settings and saving those moments that were meaningful that you wanted to relive later. Snapchat really took the camera and it said, okay, what if this was a tool for communication? What if we made it, more visual, more immersive, so that, a picture says 1,000 words, right? And so that was the power of Snapchat. It just made it so much faster to have these immersive conversations that really made it feel like you were there with another person. And so people started using the camera a lot, because it turns out that talking with friends is a far more frequent behavior than capturing an image of something pretty. And so people were opening our camera hundreds of times a day to send, a snap to somebody to continue a conversation. That led to a bunch of other opportunities, and it really helped us think about like other ways of using the camera, right? You can use the camera to tell stories. You can use the camera to, post content to the Snap Map, so people get a view of what's happening around the world. But ultimately, the most exciting and most important opportunity for Snap was that you could use the camera to augment the reality around you, because now we had a viewfinder into the world and into your setting and into the things that you were experiencing. And so that's really where AR came from. And it started with these, pretty, playful lenses that, helped you communicate with a friend or express an emotion. But ultimately, we found that some of those lenses could actually be very utilitarian. It could help you solve a math problem. It could help you, understand what are the ratings behind this wine bottle by pointing your camera at it. And so I think that the future of augmented reality is going to be around creating more and more utility, and through the way of understanding the environment around you. And so, I think that's really where AR is going. And, like all technologies that find some form of product market fit, they tend to evolve pretty quickly. And Snap has certainly helped AR find that product market fit and find a ubiquitous way of people playing with these things. And so I think that kind of charts the path for the future there.
I love that in terms of the utility value created there. And final one, I promise. But does that still go through the phone camera lens though, or does it go through contact lenses or glasses? What happened to the Snap glasses?
Yeah, the Snap, it's something we're still working on. And, I can't say much, but there's some really exciting progress. So, we fundamentally believe that AR is going to become better and better. It's going to become more and more useful. And ultimately, the promise of augmented reality is that it can help technology move to the background, right? So you don't have to have this thing between you and the world. And glasses, are a better form factor for that. It can really take technology out of the way when you don't need it, but overlay it on the world when it's useful too. And so, for us, that is the pinnacle of augmented reality and why we're pursuing it. I think ultimately, augmented reality will find its true essence through glasses. Today, it's extremely powerful on the phone, and the amount of engagement and the developer ecosystem we've been able to build around that ubiquity is what's going to empower us to be really well positioned for that future.
But the glasses are a success when they launched.
The first version of the glasses were, an incredibly fun thing to get out in the world. And, I think it was the first time we had shipped a hardware product, and we saw some really exciting buzz around it. But ultimately, it was very difficult for us to deliver, to that demand in the spike that came with it. And I think in many ways, the first product we launched, it had some pitfalls, right? I think we knew that it was early. We wanted to get something in people's hands. And our philosophy has always been, whether it's with software products or it's with our hardware, get these products into the hands of real people as quickly as possible, and use that to inform the step you need to take next to make it magical. So I would say that the first version of Spectacles, obviously it wasn't an iPhone moment. It's not something that has generated an enormous amount of revenue for the company, but it has absolutely helped us hone in on where to take these things in the future. And so from that regard, it's massive success.
I think it's cool. I always thought it was awesome.